You know what's even better than just witnessing instant karma in action? It's witnessing instant karma in action, and it's funny. Now, I got this story next, and I'm going to get to right after the intro that will have both of those things. The instant karma and the situation is pretty funny. We'll get to that right after the intro. Okay, I must have been in my early 20s when this happened, but it was a holiday weekend. I want to say it was. Let me interrupt this story for a minute. I want to let you know about my Road to 300 giveaway. In this giveaway, you have the opportunity to win a $50 Amazon gift card. Now I will be selecting two winners. Now, this giveaway is not sponsored by YouTube. It is solely my contest. I take full responsibility for it, and it's easy to enter. It doesn't cost anything to enter. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel and leave a comment in the video answering the question that I will ask towards the end of the video. Now you can enter as many times as you want, and you can enter by following these rules on any video that I post that includes me explaining this contest, this video that you're watching right here. Now you can do that. This contest will be going on until I hit my goal of 300 subscribers. After that, I will be picking two winners, not one, but two winners, and each one of those winners will get a $50 Amazon gift card. Now, for full contest details, check the subscription. But yeah, this is my Road to 300 contest giveaway where you can win a $50 Amazon gift card. I hope you enjoy. I wish you luck, and let's get back to the story. But it was a holiday weekend. I want to say it was 4th of July or something like that, Memorial Day weekend. It was one of those weekends where a lot of people are out doing stuff. Like, it was summertime, so, it's like a weekend where people will go out and they have cookouts and all of this kind of stuff. Well, I was hanging out in this area, this part of town where sometimes during situations like that, a lot of people gather, a lot of people will show up. They'll be walking up and down the street, talking to each other, laughing at each other, and just doing a bunch of stuff. All of the ladies will be dressed real nice, and all of the guys will be trying to talk to all of the ladies. And then, of course, you have like the nice cars driving up and down the street. It's sort of like a big social kind of gathering show type thing that goes on, and it happens for like that whole weekend. Now, I was hanging out there with my friends one day, and we were just standing there doing like what everybody else is doing, just enjoying the sights, meeting friends, talking, laughing, joking, just having fun, walking up and down the street, talking to people we know, talking to people we don't know, meeting new people, meeting up with people we already knew, just all of that kind of stuff, just enjoying ourselves. So while we were there, after a while, we had stopped at this one place, which was like a little restaurant that was right in the middle of the area where everybody was walking back and forth and hanging out. You can pretty much get a view of everything that's going on where we are. So we're at this restaurant. They had like tables and chairs and stuff like outside in the front of the restaurant. And a lot of times people would just go and order their food and sit out at the little tables and chairs in the front of it. So that way they're still out with everybody, and you can still talk to your friends and see everybody and just be a part of everything that's going on. So while we're sitting there, we see these girls. There's about 2 or 3 girls that we saw. Really pretty girls. They're probably probably bad to say this, but they were probably like the prettiest, girls that was walking up and down that was out that whole weekend. And everybody saw the girls. You saw a bunch of guys walking up to them, trying to talk to them. Sometimes they'll stop and talk, and sometimes they'll just, won't be interested or whatever. But all of the guys out there, they was all kind of taking their shot, trying to see if they could be the ones that can get the phone numbers and all of that kind of stuff. So while we were there, this was probably about the second day of this, of this people hanging out and stuff like that. And while we were there, we were sitting in those chairs out in front of that restaurant. I think I had pizza or something. And I'm sitting there, with my pizza and the soda, talking to my friends, laughing and joking. And we see the girls walk by again. So next thing you know, this car pulls up. Really nice car. I want to say it was a Corvette or something. It was a convertible. And it pulls up. These guys, they look confident. They was like, okay, we're the ones that's going to get these girls' numbers, So they pull up beside these girls. And they started talking to the girls, and then the girls wasn't impressed at all. They looked like they weren't going to fall for a nice car and all of that kind of stuff. They weren't impressed at all. They just kind of like spoke and smiled and kept going on about their business, talking to each other. And everybody was watching when it happened, because so many people tried to talk to these girls and they weren't giving anybody the time of day. So when they pulled up with the car, we was like, okay, now they're trying to show off the Corvette, the convertible Corvette, to see see if they could have a shot, But of course, just like everybody else, they were pretty much shot down. The girl, they weren't mean to him. The girls wasn't mean to him. They just kind of just smiled and said hi and then went on about their business, kept walking, going along their, path that they was, walking back and forth the whole time. Well, right after that, the one guy that was driving the car, I guess he was so embarrassed that he just yelled out and called the girls' names, called them out of their name and everything, really horrible names, just yelled it out, and everybody was kind of shocked. You could see people the whole street just got quiet and everybody was shocked because the guy was so loud, everybody heard him. And he called her out their name, and the girls turned around and looked at him. And then as soon as the girls turned around to look at him, before you knew it, somebody just showed up out of nowhere and dragged the guy out of the car and just started beating him up. And everybody was just laughing at him. Then he got loose and he got in his car and drove away real fast, trying to drive away while the guys was chasing him. But it was just so funny because, he did this one thing that he thought it was going to make him look macho or something like that, but he paid for it quickly. It didn't take long at all. I don't even know if the guys that came to those women's rescue, I don't even know if they even knew the girls or anything. But, a lot of times, situations like that, sometimes people will come to your defense if they feel like you're being mistreated like that. And that was a situation where that happened, and it was pretty funny. It was something that I'm pretty sure those guys probably will never forget. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you shoot your shot or take your, chance at something and it doesn't work out, think before you start saying some stuff that don't sit right with the people, because you never know who it'll offend besides the person you're trying to offend. And those two guys, they learned that pretty quick. All right, so the question of today, and answering this question will enter you into the contest. What was something that was really embarrassing that happened to you? Or what is something that you thought was really funny, but it was something that was embarrassing that happened to somebody else and you just happened to be the person that witnessed it? Go ahead and leave your answer in the comments below, and also add the hashtag Jaded Answers. And once you do that, it will enter you into the contest. Thank you for listening to the story. If you like the story, make sure you click the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. While you're here, why don't you check out that video right there? Or maybe that one right there. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that little picture of my image there and subscribe to my channel.